you broadcasting? Says you're broadcasting. But yet, I do not see you. Why is that? It does not say you are live streaming, so you must not be live streaming. What is up? Oh. There we go. Alright, we are live. Alright, my friends, good afternoon and welcome to Dad's Gone Bad Gaming. Today I am going to be looking for the Pirate Dreadnaught Freighter, part of the Omega update, that now you can actually obtain that freighter, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So like other pirate missions or pirate freighter missions, I have played for 3 hours and I have jumped 4 times, setting my restore point at my freighter in a nearby sector for my 5th jump. So here we go. What you need to do is you need to get out there and look for a pirate system, preferably of a species that you would want to have as the crew of your freighter. So whether it's Gak or Viking, you know, if that's important to you, then choose wisely. But here we go. Alright, so I'm heading to Araxin. We are in Euclid, approximately 695,000 light years from the core. This is a pirate controlled system, and I'm pretty sure that once we get there, we're going to jump right into the fight, which I'm really looking forward to. Now, I've done this a couple of times prior, but not with the anticipation of being able to claim the freighter, but just destroying the Dreadnought Freighter. So this is going to be a little different in terms of how I approach it. Generally speaking, the idea here is to first take out the engines, so no matter what, this ship is not getting away. Then take down the shields, making it vulnerable. And then finally wiping out all of those anti-freighter cannons, the big huge cannons that are on it. That is the path to doing this. Although, you know, if you want to take out the shields first, that's fine. I just like getting rid of the engines first because I do not want that freighter running away on me. He's there and I want to shoot him. So here we go. And voila, there she is. Hostile ships approaching. So again, when this spawns, you go right over to the back end of it. You have to get in close enough through its shields. You'll see them as we get closer. This is sort of orangey red effect there. Now that we're past those, now we just start blasting. Blasting away at those engines. So there's only 4 of them. Enemy missile, and you want to ignore everything else that's going on here. So in other words, don't worry about the enemy fighters, don't worry about being shot at by the ship guns. They shouldn't be strong enough to take you out, so you shouldn't have to worry about that in the first place. Alright, engines neutralized. Then we fly out towards the back of this thing, loop back around, and do the Star Wars sort of Death Star run down these channels here. All you want to do is just blast out these guys. Don't worry about the fuel rods, any business like that. You just want to take down the shields so that this thing becomes vulnerable. Once it's vulnerable, then you don't have to get super close to attack it. Alright, did we get them all? Yeah, I think we got them all on this one here. So that we fly out around to the other side and just do it again. Should I get my targeting on there? Okay, let's just square up a little bit, a little easier to fly through here. There we go. Just about done with that. Uh-oh. Alright. Dreadnought's vulnerable. So then, I like to take off, fly out towards the ship it's attacking. Let's take a look at this guy. Ah, you can see all the huge guns on this thing. This thing is amazing. Let me make sure we get close enough to actually do damage to this thing. I'm not so sure if it's important if you actually destroy this or not, or capture it before it takes out the civilian freighter. Don't really know that, but I do know that other pilots here are trying to bump me off course, which I thought was kind of interesting. Yeah, okay, I'm just going to sit here pretty much still, take the beating, whatever they're going to throw at me, because it's not going to be enough to destroy me. Alright, gun number 3. Now there's 5 of them in the back here, and there's one way out at the front. Generally speaking, I like to just get rid of these clustered ones first. Boom, 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 boom. 2 more. Just creep along a little bit. Now, I think I am going to go ahead and take care of my shields there. And just start blasting. Just blast away. Alright, I think there's one more here. Yeah, you can see the laser beams. Well, I don't know if I'm going to be able to tame this thing before it fires another round of missiles, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to take this thing down before it takes out that civilian freighter. Okay, we're going to roll out to the one on the front here. And this is really like the end of it. You don't really need to do a whole lot more to subdue this ship. So hopefully once this guy's destroyed, there we go. Board to negotiate terms or destroy for a large bounty. Well, I want to board. Depending on what class this thing is. If it's an actual S-class, then I'm going to have some work to do. But as you can see, once you've taken down the engines, the shields, and the guns, you're free to land on this thing. It's not really very difficult to do, apparently. Love it. But here's the real test. Jump out, and the survey says you are C-class 2815. Well, love the idea, but I don't want to get rid of my beautiful S-class freighter for a C-class freighter, so we're going to go ahead and hit the restore point. I'm just going to do this once, and then a little later I'm going to go ahead and grind away, which I will spare you guys so you don't have to actually watch the grind, but there we go. Alright, this is super cool, broadcasting live off my PlayStation 4. It's my second stream from my PlayStation. Unfortunately though, PlayStation 4s don't go quite as fast as the next gen consoles, so they don't load as quickly. But that's alright. It gets us there. It gets the job done, and that's what matters. Super excited though. Head back. Maybe this time we can do better than C-class. We shall see. Again, on my PlayStation account, I'm not really looking for a new freighter. I really like the S-class Venator that I have. It's large. It's wonderful. I've had it for a while. But if I do find an S-class Pirate Dreadnought, I will switch those freighters. Again, for the sake of this particular broadcast, I'm only going to hit it twice, just so you can get a look and a feel for it, and then I can go ahead and carve up a video and make it all presented all nice and gloriously later. Alright, here we are. Restore point achieved. I'm going to hop right back in my ship. I'm going to buzz on out of here. Now, you don't have to necessarily go to the same pirate system. You can go to any one you want. But again, it really comes down to which race that you would like to have, you know, being the staff and crew of your new ship. Now, I tend to like the Gek, so we're going to go with Gek. I think they're kind of cute. They make funny sounds, which is excellent. Oraxin, that is where we're looking. And again, this will be just myself. I'm only going to do this twice in this particular stream. I just really wanted to get this captured, and as well as to show you guys and give you an idea of what it takes to take down the defenses on a Pirate Dreadnought Freighter and get in a position where you can capture or commandeer it as your very own. And I am certain I will have one, whether it's on this account or my other account, very soon. But unfortunately I do have a limited amount of time today. I just really want to jump on and take a look at this and share that experience with you, because that is a pretty cool looking ship, the Dreadnought, Pirate Dreadnought. Now you can also check out my previous video where I did show how to destroy the Pirate Dreadnought, but again, that's not the intention here. We're not looking to destroy it, we're looking to capture it. And again, this is my second run at it, so we're going to go ahead and do this all over again just one more time. See if fate has it in store for us that we're going to get the S-Class right off the top. We might not. Blast away the engines. It shouldn't take too much work. Engines down. Let me pull up behind this thing, square off to it so we can do the run. There it is. Where is it? There it is. And we're good to go. Start firing. Get the Death Star trench run. Love it. And alright. That's half of the shield generators down. Again, you don't have to wait around to shoot the fuel rods. You just try to take out the shield generators, as well as taking whatever beating they're gonna give you. Alright. Let's start firing. There we go. I think one more. There we go. Dreadnought is vulnerable. That means that I don't have to be up nice, close, and personal to be able to take out the remaining guns. I'm coming with a bit of distance here. I'm going to get a little closer. Not a lot closer. Just a little closer. In fact, I want to slow myself down because it feels like see, they keep bumping into me from behind. It's like, okay, we really don't want you to do this. That's an interesting strat for enemies. It's interesting that the AI does that. It's like, oh no, we're going to just bump your ship and throw you off of your line of sight. Just like that one tried to do it again there. Impressive. And we'll wrap it up. There's only two more. There we go. My gosh, this ship is impressive. One more down the end there. Let's keep our fingers crossed that this guy might be S-Class. That would be super duper helpful. Last one, and again, just ignore everything else that's going on. Don't worry about the enemy ships that are out there or the fire. You know, just keep an eye on your shields and you should be fine. There we go. So we have taken down the engines, the shields, and the anti-freighter weapons. This thing is vulnerable. Just fly right on in. S-Class, S-Class. Here's for hoping for S-Class. Hoping. And we're going to jump out, take a look through your visor. Come on, visor. SClass 2815. So this is definitely going to be a huge, massive grind to be able to get the S-Class version of the ship, but that is how you do it. And you just keep hitting your restore point over and over again and coming right back to the system. Doesn't really matter which system, as long as it's a pirate system, because the pirate systems give you about a 5% chance to get the S-Class, whereas say if you're at a 1, 2, or 3 economy, like tier economy system, you're only going to have 1%, 2%, or 3% chance of that system spawning an S-Class freighter, whatever the freighter is that spawns in that system. But it's super duper small chances. So again, there's only a 5% chance, unless there's some other modifiers that I don't know about, but there's only a 5% chance of finding the S-Class. And that's why it's going to be a grind to get that freighter. But it's a cool freighter. It's definitely the coolest looking freighter that they've come up with so far. Because it's new, because it's unique, and because it's just totally brutal looking, I think everybody should try to get it because it is super cool. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and shut down the stream now, but I want to thank you all for joining me, taking a look at this video, and getting a first look at the new Omega updates feature of being able to capture or commandeer the Pirate Dreadnaught Freighter. So on that note, I hope that everybody's having a fantastic day, and I will talk to you soon. Be well. How do I make this stop? Shane, how do you stop this crazy thing?